What's up guys? One of your main requests has been a middle split routine that's quick, efficient, that you can do every day, that doesn't take forever to work through, yet still has all the advantages of a full workout. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Always keep in mind, you get what you give. If you're going to spend less time training, chances are high, your gains are going to be a little bit slower as well. But at the end of the day, consistency truly is key. So if these shorter workouts are going to allow you to stick to your schedule, they're absolutely the way to go. We're going to start this workout with more dynamic exercises to make sure all the following exercises are as efficient as possible. From there, we're going to go into a specific hamstring warm-up, followed by specific pancake stretches, utilizing passive but also PNF stretches to make sure you get the most out of every single moment of this routine. All of this, of course, is going to build up to your middle split warm-up and the actual middle split stretch. Before I let you go, we're going to do one set of middle split conditioning to make sure you have full control in this newly gained end range of motion. If you want to have a free middle split routine customized towards your current level into your inbox, then follow the link below and request your middle split routine right now. Remember, it's always easier to stretch if your body temperature is elevated. If I know I don't have a lot of time at the gym, I usually make sure I either jog to the gym or that I do my middle split workout right after a different training session. To keep things simple, I've created today's routine utilizing no equipment at all. This will allow you to stretch wherever and whenever. But if you're just getting started with flexibility training, or if you think your hamstrings are more on the tighter side, I want you to grab 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, these can be books, bottles, or really anything that's going to help you pop your upper body up to get into a better stretching position. If you are going to be training with the blocks, I want you to place them in front of your left foot next to the mat, so they're going to be easily accessible when we need them later. But for now, let's get started. Come to the middle of your mat, open your legs quite wide, externally rotate your feet. In an ideal world, they will be on one straight line, both feet 90 degrees turned out. You can start with a little bit less as well. Place your hands behind your head, engage your core, posture your pelvic tilt. And now we're going to bend the knees, push the knees out over the big toe, come down until your hips are in one line with the knees, and we come back up. Nice. Let's go again. Coming down, stop when you have a 90-degree angle in the knees, and you come back up. Now in this third one, I want you to push your hips towards the front and the knees towards the back. Imagine you're in a toaster, you don't want to burn your knees, you don't want to burn your glutes. And we do one last one, and this one we're going to stay down. Now here I want you to take that right knee and bring it down towards the floor. Place it on the floor. Now when you come back up with that right knee, the right knee is going to guide the movement, hips stay low. You come back to the plie. Bring your left knee down. Nice. Left knee comes back up, keep your hips low. Now for this last round, I really want you to focus on your knee guiding the movement and the upper body following after. The knee guides the movement. The upper body is delayed. Knee comes down, and especially now as the knee comes back up, keep your upper body looking towards the front, bring the knee out, externally rotate the leg, come back to the deep plie, back down to the other side one more time, relax. Straighten your back foot, extend your front knee. Straight back, shoulders, hips right above the back knee. Front leg is fully locked, front foot is flexed. Slide anterior pelvic tilt with a straight back. I want you to come down, bring your chin towards your big toe, and you come back up. Keep your back as straight as possible. I don't want to see you around your back. Back up. 2. Look towards the front. Your back always follows what your head is going to do. 3. If you're going to look towards the floor, your back's going around. 4. And we do one last one, the biggest one, all the way down. Pull your chest towards your big toe. Pull your big toe towards your chest. And we come back up. Well done. Here's what I want you to do next. Put your hands next towards your hips. With a straight back, reach towards the floor. Place your hands on the floor. Now here's the question. Can you do this with a fully locked knee, a flexed foot, and a pretty straight back? If your front knee is bending and you're struggling to reach the floor, I want you to grab the yoga blocks. Because if your back is round and your front knee is bent, the stretch is not going to be very efficient. Put your hands next to your hips with the yoga blocks, reach towards the floor. Anterior pelvic tilt. If you can reach the floor, with or without the blocks, start walking your hands towards the front. Front foot is fully flexed. With every exhale, slide down a little bit deeper. Make sure your hips and shoulders are squared. Push the front knee down towards the floor. And we're going to stay here until you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or for 30 seconds, I guess. And we come back up. Lovely. Place the blocks on the other side of the mat. You already know what's coming next. Bend your front knee, hands behind the head. Flex your back foot. Pushing the hips down, bring the knee out around. Deep plie, left knee comes down. Point your left foot. Straighten the right knee, flex the right foot. Hips and shoulders above the back knee, anterior pelvic tilt, nice and tall, nice and straight. We bend down. And we come back up. Make sure your hips and shoulders stay squared. Down. And back up. Fully straighten that front knee. 3. Keep your shoulders low, long neck. 4. And the last one, the best one, all the way down. And we come back up. You already know the spiel. Hands next to your hips, bring them down towards the floor. Straight lower back, fully lock the knee. Pull the front leg into your hips to make sure that the hips and shoulders are squared. Walk your hands towards the front. Do it with blocks, do it without the blocks. It's completely up to you. With every exhale, get a little bit longer. Pull your chin more towards your big toe. Pull your big toe more towards your chin. Well done. Come back up. Hands behind the head. Finishing position, and we relax. Nice. That's it for the hamstrings. From here, we're going to move on to the pancakes. Now for the pancake, I want to use a specific flexibility method called PNF. We're going to take advantage of the stretch release cycle. Now here's the idea. In a stretch, we want to engage the stretched muscles slightly and then relax it to slide into a deeper stretch. These 4 seconds of engaging the muscles, they're not intense. I don't want to see a big change in your position, but I do want you to internally feel that you're engaging this muscle. It's going to help you with 2 things. Number 1, you're going to pre-fatigue the muscle a bit before we then slide down into a deeper stretch. Number 2, you're going to build a strong mind-muscle connection. You're actually going to understand where exactly this muscle is. You're going to connect with this muscle. So when we then go into the stretch, you can actively relax this muscle and just slide into a deeper stretch. In the pancake, of course, the hamstrings are the main thing that's being stretched, which means we have to engage our hamstrings. What do the hamstrings do? They bend the knees. So in this pancake stretch, no matter how far you can go, up to you. In your pancake stretch, you're going to slightly bend your knees, pushing your heels into the floor, pulling the heels towards your glutes for 5 seconds, and then we're going to stretch for 5 seconds. We're going to do a total of 4 cycles. If you're not super flexible, if you cannot walk your hands towards the front in the pancake, I want you to grab your yoga blocks and sit on them. It's going to make it significantly easier for you to fold towards the front and start working towards your pancake with full efficiency. Once you're ready, let's get started. Open your legs wide, straighten your knees. Walk your hands towards the front as far as you can right now. Bend your knees, pushing the heels into the floor. Pull your heels towards your glutes. 3, 2, 1, and we relax. Walk your hands more towards the front. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees more, pulling the heels towards your glutes. 3, 2, 1, and we relax. Try to walk your hands further towards the front. You got this. 2 more times. Bend your knees. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Walk your hands towards the front. 3, 2, 1. So with your last time, you got it. Bend the knees. Gently engage your hamstrings. Connect to your hamstrings. Feel your hamstrings. Walk your hands towards the front. And relax. Good. Come back out. Well done. See, that wasn't that bad, but it was so very efficient. We've warmed up our hamstrings. We stretched our hamstrings in the particular angle that we need for the middle split. All that's left is the adductors. For that, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come to the middle of the mat. You're gonna have one knee down, one foot down. The foot down is gonna be externally rotated, pointing this way. Knee, knee, hip, hip, and foot. Everything on one perfect line. Back is straight. Your back foot is pointed straight towards the back. Hands in the hips. Now I want you to take that hip and push it down towards your heel. And you come back up. Staying perfectly in line the entire time. 2. Make sure you're not rotating towards this leg. It's not gonna help you anything for your middle split. Keep that left hip towards the front. Push it towards the front. Down and back up. Halfway there. 4. Keep your hips, shoulders squared. 5. The knee guides the movement. Imagine someone's pulling on this knee. Push this hip down towards that heel. come back up, and we change sides. Well done. Same thing here. Foot, knee, knee, hip, hip, shoulders, everything in one line. Now imagine there's a string attached to this knee and it's getting pulled out in this way. Push your hip down towards the heel and you come back up. Don't rotate towards the leg. That's cheating. Push your hip towards the front and the knee towards the back. 3, halfway there. Push your hip down. 4, straight upper body. 5 and 6. Amazing. Stay on your knees. We're going to do an exercise called the rock and frog, or the middle split with both knees bent, rocking. The idea is as followed. You're going to have your knees and your hips in one perfectly straight line. Knees are going to be 90-degree bend, feet towards the back. Your feet are pointed. Now, depending on how flexible you are, you're going to stay up on your hands. You're going to come down to your forearms or even almost down to your chest. The idea is that the hips and the shoulders create one parallel line to the floor. Now, in this position, I want to push my hips gently towards the front and towards the back. Rocking back and forth, slowly in a controlled manner, sliding a little bit deeper with every rock. Warming up the entire hip joint, massaging the legs inside of the hips. 4, 5, 6, 7, gonna be the last one, 8. Good. Come back out. Staying on the knees. We're gonna do an exercise called the middle split slides. Here's what I want you to do. You're gonna have your hand in front of you. You're gonna put your left leg out towards the side, kind of like you were doing the piss and dog exercise. Now this right hand is gonna take a step inside, so it's on the inside of your legs. The left hand comes out a little bit. This foot, this knee, both hips and this knee are on one perfectly straight line. Make sure that knee is fully locked. Do not allow it to bend. Put your hand back down. Now you're going to push that foot out towards the side in a perfectly straight line, pushing your hips down towards the floor. And when you cannot go any further, we come back up. Every time that we push this foot down now, I want you to exhale and try to go into a deeper stretch. And we come back up. 2, make sure you really do stay in line. Make sure your knee faces towards the front in the direction of your upper body. 3, one more. 4. And now for the last 4, in every single rep, I want you to lift that foot off the floor. 1, slide down, come back up, lift the leg, keep your left hip down, slide down, back up, lift, and we do one last time. Do not allow your hips to move as you lift the leg. Keep your hips and shoulders squared and parallel to the floor. Last lift, best lift, boom, change sides. Amazing. Same thing here, put your right leg out towards the side. Now remember, this knee is fully locked. Foot, knee, knee, hips, hips, one perfect line, and we stay on this line. Start by walking your left hand slightly towards the inside. So your hand is not in front of the knee, but inside of the knee. Push your foot out towards the side and your hips down towards the floor. And pull it back up. 1. Stay on that line. 2. As you push down, exhale and push your hips down slightly further than the rep before. 3. Fully keep that knee locked. 4. Now remember, for the last 4, we're going to lift the leg off the floor in each rep. Push down, come back up, and lift the leg. 1. Push down, come back up. 2. Push down, rotate the leg inside of the hips. 3. Do not lift with your hips. Keep your hips and shoulders parallel to the floor. 4. Lovely. Nice. Well done. It's time. We're ready. We've prepared well for this, and it's time for our big middle split stretch. Now here's the thing. In the middle split, the most important thing is that your knees are fully locked. If you're unable to lock your knees, you're going to place a lot of pressure on your knees and you're not able to protect them from injuries. I want to see your quads engaging when we do the middle split. if you're not ready to do the middle split on the floor just yet, I have a couple things I want to propose to you. Number one, grab some yoga blocks to support your weight. Either put your forearms on the blocks or even your hands to really pop yourself up to get some pressure away from your legs and into your hands. Number two, if you're just worried about your knees, place the yoga blocks underneath your knees to put pressure out of your knees. And number three, if you're really still quite far away from the floor and you're basically just getting started with middle split stretches but you're ready to make big gains, then I want you to externally rotate your knees slightly so they're pointing more up towards the ceiling and not perfectly towards the front, as this is going to allow you to open up your hips more efficiently if you're not quite that low yet. Pick your progression, pick your middle split variation of the day, and let's get going. Place your feet out towards the side, fully lock your knees. Feet and hips are in one perfectly straight line. And from here, slowly make your way down towards the floor. The goal is that your upper body, in case you're working on the floor, is going to stay parallel to the floor. With every exhale, we want to slide a little bit into a deeper stretch, coming lower. Point your feet, engage your knees. Good. And we come back out. Nice. Well done. Last exercise for today is going to be a more active middle split exercise. Now, I already mentioned it earlier. I want you to do a middle split conditioning exercise to make sure that your legs stay tight and strong in this newly gained end range of motion. Here's what we're going to do today for that. First, watch me, and then we're going to all do it together. You're going to lay on your back, hands out towards the side. Now, from here, you're going to lift one leg very slightly off the floor. It's going to externally rotate, and we bring the leg out towards the side, keeping the foot close to the floor, knee is fully locked, and we bring it back down. Then repeat the same thing on the other side. Externally rotate the leg, bring it up. Now what's important here is that our hips and shoulders stay square. Do not allow your hips to come up like this. Push them down. If you have to bring your leg a little bit higher, that's okay. If you cannot bring the leg quite that far, that's also okay. Form is the most important thing here. Back together, and then we do both legs at the same time. Now, of course, the idea is that we do this somewhat fast. So it's not just a flexibility and strength exercise, but also very much a coordination exercise. You have to engage your core, you have to stabilize everything so you don't flop around like a fish on land, okay? Now, lay on your back. Focus, let's get started. Lift your right leg off the floor slightly, knee is straight, quad is engaged. Externally rotate the leg, bring it out, keep it close to the floor, bring it back together. Left one, lift it up, externally rotate, bring it out towards the side, keeping your hips low, and back together. Now let's do both at the same time. Lift up, externally rotate, open, all the way to the middle split, bring it back together, relax. That is one rep. We're going to do a total of 4 reps, which means we have 3 left, and we're going to do a little bit faster every single time. So just try to keep up. Ready? Externally rotate the leg, bring it out, back down. Externally rotate the left one, bring it out, back down. Both at the same time, out, back down. 2 more times. Right and left and both. Last time, right and left, both, and that's it. Hey, well done guys. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep in mind, consistency is key. You can do this workout up to 5 times per week. And I promise you, already after just a few consecutive sessions, you're going to be able to see great results. If you want to have a free middle split routine customized towards your precise level, then head down to the comments below, follow the link, and request your workout today. Always remember, a well-hydrated and a warm body stretch is much easier. So never skip your warm-ups, drink your fluids, and I'm going to see you next time.